last time we were out on this boat, it was exactly 1 year ago, and we were getting married.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? It's amazing.
Mira and I were married underneath the New York City skyline this time last year on a boat just like this one. None of our friends understood why a couple of 20-somethings would dive into this kind of commitment so quickly. To be honest, neither did we.
Yo, your sister got us engaged by accident.
She did. You told your mom about me. Your mom was like, oh, well, I'm gonna come too. And so then your parents came, and then my parents, and then Nadia posted it, and she was like, oh, I couldn't ask for a better brother.
Yeah.
And then we got all these calls and texts from people thinking that we were like already tied to that, and we were literally just starting
They
the
were
date.
so mad at me.
Yeah.
I was getting all caps. How could you not tell me you were married?
At that point, it kind of felt like we're heading in a very clear direction, but thankfully it worked out.
I like how you blame it on that instead of the fact that you fell in love with me.
1 year in, and we're still figuring out our marriage. Not just as young people, but as young Muslims in America. And it seems like everyone has their own idea of what that means. My name is AYMANN ISMAIL. To grow up Muslim means to grow up being feared. So I'm traveling the country to find out for myself if there's really any reason to be afraid of American Muslims. Long before Mira and I decided to get serious, this is what our culture taught me about Muslim relationships.
Especially when you're dealing with Middle Eastern religions versus Western religions. You're dealing with views on women.
A survey that included the question, do you beat your wife?
And it's sometimes manifested into real life too. Some people assume that just because I'm Muslim, I must be an abusive husband.
Are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? Yes, I am. How do you treat a woman?
I love her.
But your book requires you to not treat her like that.
I want so badly to dismiss this all as propaganda, and most of the time, it is. But as the kids of immigrants, Mira and I know what it's like to have to navigate between culture and religion. Instead of emulating our parents' relationship, we knew we'd be different, and our union is one probably unrecognizable to both pundits and to our family. This is my big brother Mohamed. He met his wife Khulud in our parents' native Egypt, and the way they got together, it was pretty traditional.
There's this notion of Irayat Fatha in Egyptian culture, and we did that literally like 4 days after we met. There's rings involved, which freaked me out.
Oh my God, he was panicking. He was like Googling everything. It's like, is that it? Like, I'm stuck, you know?
They're a pretty chill couple, not much more traditional than Mira and I. But 7 months ago, when their twin boys Adam and Ali were born, their marriage became noticeably different. Mohamed works full-time, and Khulud stays home with the kids. My mom and dad came over with an absurd amount of food. After we ate, Mira talked to Khulud and my mom about how they each view their different marriages.
The responsibility of the mom versus the dad towards their kids. I don't think religion has to do anything with this part at all.
The father is the one who's responsible to go out and earn money and support the family. And the mother has to be home to raise the children.
Is this outside of Islam then? If a mom has to work, she didn't follow the religion?
It's not her responsibility to go out to work and earn money for the family. But sometimes you feel like one income is not enough. Each one has a rule, not to do everything equally or everybody has to. You see, everybody has a duty and a part to do. This is my dream, to stay home, take care and raise my family as a good Muslims.
Do you think that you fulfilled that dream?
Part of it, yes. I start to go out to work, and when I work in the school. So mama's home, mama's at work.
Like, mahman can everybody's marriage, even if they, follow the same rules, it just looks different. Like we have the rules that we follow, but it's flexible enough to work for everybody. That's how I see it.
Mira, Khulud, and my mom are at very different points in their lives, and their discussion is proof of just how diverse views on marriage could be among Muslims, and Muslim women in particular. There are some religious patriarchs who use Islam to enforce rigid gender roles, even in America, and we shouldn't ignore that. But the range of experiences is far more diverse than pundits imagine. Our unusual path to marriage and why it worked for us was on our minds during our anniversary.
I mean, I technically proposed to you.
You did. That was badass.
And then me being all feminist and shit, I was like, marriage is a sexist institution. I need to let AYMANN know that he doesn't own my body. Yeah. I'm not his property. But then you were so cool about having those conversations with me. And I think I've felt really empowered in the whole process. I still have my same last name. I don't belong to no man.
My duty begins and ends with my responsibility to you, not my ownership or power over you. It's the opposite. And that's something that I read in the Quran and I took to heart.
Our marriage is only 1 year old. We still have big decisions to make about kids and how we want to live. But our union has already settled my worst fears about Islam as a model for our relationship. I think Mira feels the same way. Like many people who come from traditional backgrounds, we've negotiated what that foundation means for us. Conservative mores are no excuse not to build a union that honors both your faith and the desires of the two people entering into it.